Hello everyone and welcome back to the Spiegel Mom Scraps channel. It's Caitlin here with another process video. Today I'll be doing a multi-photo 12 by 12 layout using a bunch of die cuts from one pack, so kind of giving you some inspiration on how you can stretch your packs to really make an impactful layout with your die cuts. So I'm starting with some cutoffs from some different layouts that I created this past month with my How to Kill a Kit with Style kit that I had made from my stash. So I'm just starting with some of those papers. I don't actually use many of these papers. I do focus on using these die cuts, which are absolutely beautiful. These are from the Tim Holtz Botanicals die cut set. I think it's still available. I don't think his stuff discontinues very often, but it should still be available. I picked them up, I believe, last year. So I'm going through these die cuts, and these die cuts come with a ton in a pack, and they definitely do have different styles within them. So what I'm attempting to do is try to pick out the ones that have a similar artistic style. So there's some that are like hand-drawn, some that are in color, some that aren't in color. So I picked some colored ones that sort of have the same feel and realistic look. I also had this lace in my How to Kill a Kit with Style kit, and I decided to layer that underneath my photos, which ended up looking really nice and adding a lot of texture to the page. If you're doing a layout like this, I kind of recommend that you should probably try to do some mixed media on the background. I didn't think of that till after the fact, and I'd like to apologize for the camera going in and out because of those foil papers on the left-hand side, which I didn't notice until now, are causing the camera to go in and out of focus a little bit, but those will be moved later on. So now I'm just going to look at some of my other embellishments, but I did three clusters of these die cuts. I have 3 on the left-hand side, 2 in the middle, and then 1 at the top, which really adds a nice effect. Again, with the foiling, my camera goes crazy. I did pull out some foil stickers though, and I'll be using those later on as well. Here I have some really old Stampin' Up! Or Creative Memories stickers that I think I'm going to end up using. First I'm going to start gluing everything down. This lace was sort of interesting to try to glue down. I didn't really know how I was going to glue it down, but I'm really glad I used both tape adhesive and liquid adhesive. I think it helped in the long run. And that adhesive was the Mono Tombow Multi Glue. And now I'm going to just glue down my photos. So as you can tell, I didn't use any pattern paper on this layout, which is kind of crazy. But again, these elements really helped pull it together without needing pattern paper. So if you, for some reason, don't have a lot of pattern paper that you're in love with, you don't necessarily need it to create an impactful layout. So here we are gluing some more items down. I do pull out this border strip, which has a cream color to it. And you can't tell, but the lace has cream accents on it, not just white lace. I also am going to trim off the edges there in a moment that hang off the page once I get this cluster down. And that little gold rimmed label, that's a chipboard label, and that is from a Maggie Holmes or Dear Lizzie collection. I'm not 100% sure which one. Just one of those sticker sets. And I'm just going to tuck in the rest of these flowers using liquid or tape adhesive or a bit of both, just to make sure they stay in place. And I don't end up using any of the other stickers from that sticker sheet on the left-hand side, I don't believe. But I will complete the clustering at the top that I had started, which is actually the exact same flower set die cut that I used on the left-hand bottom cluster. So kind of repeating that element really helps. And now I'm looking through the embellishments in my kit. I keep them stored in this drawer set, which I talk about more in a different video on my personal channel. So I already know which sequins I kind of want to use. There's so many different sequin sets that would go perfectly with this layout, but I do need to finish this top cluster first. So I pull out this washi tape, which is white with light gray X's, and then that flower cluster will go up there, and I'll trim off the edges that lean over the side of the layout. I thought about trying to use one of these vintage stamps that a pen pal sent me because they were patriotic themed, and this was the behind the scenes tour that we took at the White House. So I thought maybe something a little patriotic in there would be good, but they didn't really fit the color scheme, so I ended up omitting them. And here I'm looking through my other embellishment bin for this kit, and I pull out some of the Reset Girls stickers packs. I don't know how I ended up with both the clear stickers and the regular cardstock stickers, but I did somehow. And I pull out a little yellow one that says Today, and I really love the yellow shade on this sticker as well as in my flowers. It's just a perfect like golden yellow, nothing too crazy. Then I also have this little crown, which is an old die cut from Kane Company that I'm finally getting to use. And then I tucked in this little die cut, which says Voila, which is from Pink Paisley's C'est La Vie collection. So we're just getting a real big cluster of different companies on this page, while the Tim Holtz pieces really remain the main center focus. They're beautiful, gorgeous florals. I thought about using one of these little arrows from the Simple Stories set again, but I ended up not doing that. And now I'm still looking through my embellishments. I really had a hard time deciding if I wanted some of those things. I do include a journaling label at the top here. It says Love, and it's light pink, and it's from We Are Memory Keepers from their Typecast collection, which it really just adds a little bit more to that cluster. And now I'm thinking of what to do for a title. There's lots of options here. And again, I'm sorry for the in and out focusing. My camera was having a day, as you know. Some cameras do that. I also looked at puffy stickers. I looked at other stickers, cork pieces, wood veneer. Nothing was really speaking to me, so I decided to go in for a title. So as you can tell so far, I still haven't used any pattern paper. I thought I needed one more die cut to complete the cluster up top, so I pulled out one of the butterfly ones from the Tim Holtz collection. And here I'm looking for some more sequins. I pulled out so many different sequins, but I really enjoyed using the baby butterfly ones the most. I really enjoy that baby pink, as well as some other ones, which I'll mention after I'm done with my title. So I call this behind the scenes. I'm not sure how we were so lucky enough to stumble upon this free event to go look at the White House gardens, but we did, and it was very, very lovely. And we got to go to the kitchen garden. We didn't get to go into the kitchen garden. You just get to go by the kitchen garden, which was a little misleading, but the picture on the left says what the garden was about and who established it, so just a little snippet there on the sidewalk for the entrance to the garden. And like I mentioned, it's just going to say behind the scenes and these light green thickers, which I'm so happy I picked up because I've been using them like crazy on my layouts, and they're the perfect size. So once I have those items glued down, I can finally get to the sparkly goodness that we've all been waiting for, of course. And like I said, I did pull out a plethora of different types of sequin mixes to use. So to start off, I had these three. I'm pulling out this one, which is Music to My Heart, which has a perfect coral color in it, as well as a bunch of navy blues and then some little metallics. I really like the gold in this mix, so I decided to go with that because it matches the gold foiling that is on my chipboard label and my sticker. Next, I'm going to pull out another mix called Elegant Winter, which is a black and white mix, and I'm pulling out these gorgeous white flower pieces. They're very three-dimensional, and I really, really love them so much, and I'm so glad I tucked them in. They sort of match the florals that I put in there, except they're just, since they're colorless, essentially white, clearish, it really just adds dimension more than it does effect, but that shape really mimics that flower pattern I was trying to create with the bunch of die cuts. So I scattered these sequins in a bunch of different places to make a visual triangle of sorts to complete this layout. I hope you guys enjoyed this layout. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and check out the rest of the Sparklers team here on the YouTube channel, and definitely subscribe if you aren't already, because we have tons more projects coming that we want to share with you. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!